like a loner. Everybody's singing and I'm confused about it. You're looking like you're in need of 5 months of sitting in a hot tub. Kick back, relax, don't care, don't ask. That's my mantra, baby.
But all the way to South End, you kept me alive, you kept me going strong. But all the way back home, you left me alone to my devices. Yeah.
Everybody's looking at the window. Everybody's feeling like they can't go. Everybody's singing and I'm confused about it. I'm feeling like I'm in the need of 5 days of screaming at the window. No show can't go to bed. Oh no, put my time in, baby.
But all the way to South End, you kept me alive, you kept me going strong. But all the way back home, you left me alone to my devices. I said all the way to South End, you kept me alive, you kept me going strong. But all the way back home, you left me alone to my devices. But all the way to South End, you kept me alive, you kept me going strong. But all the way back home, you left me alone to my devices. I said all the way to South End, you kept me alive, you kept me going strong. But all the way back home, you left me alone to my devices. But all the way to South End, you kept me alive, you kept me going strong. But all the way back home, you left me alone to my devices.
That's a band called The Wag. I played them last week. They're good. They are good. I'm going to have to place a call and get them in here. They'll probably be a very, very good interview. Whoa.
Hey, look at that. We're here.
Whoa, it's The Wag. The Wag is here. Before we get on to the meaty part of the interview, let's first see. We've got Brian over there on the left.
Hello.
You keep to say do one of those testing 1, 2, 3 things.
Check 1, 2, baby.
Okay, that's good. And we have Alicia. It is pronounced Alicia, right?
Yes, it is.
It's
Thank you
not.
for asking.
But it's not like because some people are like Alicia,
Well,
which is
I guess
pretentious.
really?
Pretentious.
But no, Alicia is fine. Hey, you. I'll answer to that too.
We're gonna get we're gonna get you up. Okay, well, keep these up high.
Okay.
I might be a little higher because it's my show and I get to do that. But we are here with the two principal members of the band The Wag. And last week, I came in to do my show, and what I always do when I come in is I go to our new releases rack, and I see what has come in the past week. And there's always so much. We have such a great music staff here at RSU that they always provide us DJs with great new stuff. And I was going through the CDs, and I saw The Wag, and I said, I've heard of The Wag. I know them from the Facebook. So I pulled out The Wag, and I knew Alicia was a member, and I contacted her via the Facebook, and she recommended I play South End, and so it was kind of an interactive show last week, which was fun. So thank you for that. And in a matter of just days or hours, we arranged to have them come in here and hang with us because they've got a lot of interesting news and things going on. And we put this show, usually it takes about 2 weeks to put a show together, and we put this together in days. So thank you to the WAG.
Well, thank you, Scott.
Okay. Now, one thing I want you to do is I want you to move the mic closer to you.
Okay.
And be closer to the mic when you talk. Good.
Okey-doke.
Like this. Okay, good.
Yep.
Testing. Say testing. 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
So that's Alicia. And this is Brian, and they are founding members of the WAG.
Yes.
Yes, we are indeed original members.
Original members. And I did not know it. All I know about the WAG is all I've learned from Facebook, which is an amazing vehicle of communication. I know this one's very tied into the social media.
Yes, Alicia is on the Book of Faces quite often.
It's fun. It's fun and it's good for bands.
It is, yes. And so we really know what Alicia's doing at every moment.
Look, I got to tell you, Scott, she'll post something that, like, hey, I made a new brownie today, and there'll be 33 likes. I'll save a puppy from a burning building, and I'll have 1 like.
I know.
There's something I haven't shared yet. I was going to share it. Should I share it here first?
Yeah, but you're...
I was at work today, and my coworker and I were salting where there was ice, and I wasn't anywhere near the ice. I was near the salt, but I managed to slip in the salt. That is typical of me.
But the salt is to prevent slipping, isn't
I know.
it?
Well, you know me. I'm always hurting myself.
She is.
Very accident-prone.
Brian. She tends to be a little clumsy. Is
A
this the case?
klutzomatic, I would call her.
Klutzomatic.
me.
And if you were to look at her, she's a very gracious-looking person, and I don't know if gracious is the word, but she looks very together, and she's very. Professional as a musician and everything. And then, every week there's another story of burning something or
Sewing my finger to my phone case.
sewing her finger to the phone case, or
falling down,
or things involving animal excrement.
Yes, hitting me on the nose.
We'll go for that later. So when you see her, she looks all together and all professional, and then when you learn about her, she's just
It's all an illusion.
klutzomatic.
Behind the music with the WAG.
Right. So all I know about the WAG is what I learned on Facebook, which is good, but I did not know that you guys have been around for 15 years.
Yes.
15 years. Yes, this past September we celebrated our 15-year anniversary.
Wow. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to ask you a lot about your history, but before I do that, I wanted to let everybody know what they heard. We heard the WAG just now with a song called South End, one word, South End, from the album Continuum, which is 2 U's. Very impressed. I would have probably had 2 M's, and it would have been a massive misprint on the cover. But Continuum, and I'm sure there's an explanation to that. We'll give
there is.
We'll give that in a second. So the new album is Continuum, and that song is South End. Before that, we heard the Monkees with Pleasant Valley Sunday. That's my favorite Monkees song. And do you know who wrote that song?
Pleasant Valley Sunday,
Yes.
Jerry Goffin and Carole King.
She's good.
Thank you.
A little klutzy, but she knows her music.
The Monkees are one of my top 2 favorite bands.
And we started off the set with Electric Light Orchestra with So Fine from the album New World Record from 1976. That's my favorite Electric Light Orchestra. And what I do is, before I have guests on the show, is I stalk their Facebook pages and I look at their musical likes, and I pick bands out that seem to be that dominate. And looking at you guys, I thought the Moody Blues, I thought the Monkees were pretty prominent.
Yep.
And you had a number of Electric Light Orchestra references on there. So are you an ELO fan?
ELO fan, Jeff Lynne fan.
Okay.
I love the harmonies.
Yes. So that's the reason I played those 2 songs to open. And, of course, we heard the WAG from the new album Continuum. So here we are. Alicia and Brian from the WAG, and they are a very, very active band. You guys perform every day, sometimes twice a day.
Yeah, actually this
It
Saturday
is.
we've got 2 gigs.
2 gigs on Saturday.
Yep.
Okay, so take us back. Let's start from the beginning. We're going to play more WAG music. We're going to play throughout the show. They've got a new Christmas album. We're going to give away a copy of that, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
We have to think as we're on. Let's try to think of I guess it'll go to a caller, but we'll have to think if there's a quiz question or something we should ask. So we'll do that, and we'll play more from the new album, Continuum. And how many other albums do you guys have?
Well, it depends on how you want to think about it. We have 5 that are actually out and available, including Continuum, and then we had 2 before that are no longer in print.
But you guys have copies.
Well, of course we have copies. And then there's the Christmas album, too, so it's kind of like 7.5 albums.
Wow, 7.5 albums. So they play frequently, and they've been around for 15 years. So who wants to start off and tell us the origin of the WAG? You know, how many members were there at the beginning? And, you know, how did it start? And
Brian's pointing at himself, not letting me talk.
The first gig, maybe. Can we go back there?
Yeah, okay. Go. Well, I guess back in 1998, Alicia and I got together. We met at college, at Stockton College, and she played keyboard, and I played bass guitar. So we decided to form a band, and we put an ad out in a local music magazine called The Aquarian. Mm-hmm. And that's when we met Dan Corboy, who was our original guitarist. So he joined the band in June. And then in September, Brian Mowry joined our band. And then at that point in time, he played drums. And at that point in time, we had our 4 members.
So you started off with the 2 of you, and you were the keyboardist, vocalist, and you were the bass player.
Yeah, bass player and vocalist.
Okay. So then at that point, you need a drummer and a guitarist. And a guitarist,
yep.
Okay, so then you found them.
Yep, found them. So we practiced for, I guess, a couple months, and then we had our first gig December 30th, 1998, at the Brighton Bar.
I can't believe you remember the date.
That was your first. So that was your first gig ever?
Yeah, that was our first gig ever.
It's a pretty good venue for a first gig, wouldn't you say?
Yes, and they'd all been in bands before. I never had.
Okay.
So they knew what they were doing. And all I can remember about that gig is the only thing that was moving on my entire body were my kneecaps shaking up and down because I was so nervous.
So did you sing lead on most of the songs, or you hadn't developed into that role yet? You were still the background?
No. The way that we did it, we basically divided it. We didn't divide it on purpose exactly evenly, but I sang lead on roughly a third, Brian sang lead on roughly a third, and then Dan sang lead on roughly a third, give or take.
That was one thing that we liked about our band is that we had 3 different lead singers. So
Fleetwood Mac.
Get compared to them a lot.
Yeah. And it was good because it gave us a variety of sounds. You know, if perhaps somebody didn't like the way I sung, maybe they would like the way Dan sang or Alicia. And I don't know, it was just with 3 different singers, the song sounded different. We had a 2-part harmony behind each of the lead singers, so it gave us sort of a unique poppy sound, I guess reminiscent of maybe the 60s groups.
Okay, like a Mamas and the Papas kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Minus one mama.
Might as well. And you're clearly more the Michelle Phillips from a visual standpoint. So, with all due respect to the great Mama Cass.
Absolutely.
But one of the great, they used to say, I'm a big fan of the band. They used to say that had she not died, she was destined to go on to be just humongous, almost like a Bette Midler type, or she was knocking on the door of humongous popularity, and then she passed away, and it wasn't.
She had that voice.
Right, she had a great voice. She had a tremendous voice.
Yeah.
Right. So we're here with the modern day Mamas and the Papas, minus a mama and a papa. Yeah. So you played the Brighton Bar. So now I'm guessing that you play there now still frequently.
Every now and then we play there.
Okay. Now is it probably different ownership, right, from when you played there?
Yeah. It's a different ownership. But they still play original music. That's predominantly what's there. Okay. So we space out our shows there. And at the Stone Pony and at the Saint, these are the big places in our area that we perform
in
at.
Asbury Park.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
Now, what I'm trying to lead into is that the Brighton Bar has some sort of a sentimental thing for you. Is that not the case, or?
Well, kind of. Yeah.
You would think if it was the first place you'd play, you'd go back to do some big annual show or something like that.
We did have a CD release party there once.
Okay.
And that was cool.
Okay. I'm getting some Brighton Bar tension here, but that's okay. That's okay. We don't care. It's a good place, but so is the Saint, and so is the Stone Pony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the WAG plays all over the place frequently. So there's plenty of places to see them. So if people want to buy your music and learn about where you are and what you're doing, there's a website, and it is
www.thewagband.com.
Thewagband.com. So I guess somebody owns wag.com.
And thewag.com, which we tried to get. So we're thewagband.com, but the name of the band is just The Wag.
Can you tell us, would it be any comedy to discuss who has these other websites? What is the wag.com?
Pet groomers.
Yeah.
Pet groomers?
Yeah.
Which is fine,
Makes sense. Well, okay, so then that leads me to my next question, which is the origin of the name, the WAG. Is it pet related? As
Not
in
at
Wag
all.
the dog? Not at all.
Not at all. Our original guitarist, Dan, his wife came up with the name because we had that gig planned. We had it on the books, and we didn't have a name.
Well, so how do you book a gig, without a name?
Because
band?
Brian already knew the booking agent at the Brighton from having been there, with previous bands. So he knew him, and he called him up, and he's telling me I'm wrong. All right, you tell this story.
Okay.
Misinformation.
Fine.
Misinformation.
Yes, that's Ms. information.
Yeah,
by the way.
exactly.
Yes.
No, our first gig, we had a different name.
Okay.
Our guitarist booked the show at the Brighton Bar, and we didn't have a name, so he called us the Coffee Game. So we played 2 or 3 shows with that name.
What is the origin of that?
He worked at a deli, and they had this thing in the morning when they would put coffee together. And I guess they called it the Coffee Game. All right, let's get the coffee game going. Let's set up the pots.
Wow.
Yeah, so we all really didn't like that name that much. So we decided we have to get something better than that. So
Almost anything you chose, I think, would be
well,
better.
yeah, and that's kind of what happened. His girlfriend, it was his girlfriend at the time, Jen, she came up with the name The Wag. She thought that we're happy and fun and peppy, and for some reason she said, "Oh, it's like a wag, the Wag." We all kind of went, okay. We all kind of liked it about the same, so we decided to go with it.
Yes, but you forget to mention that we all hated the names that each other were putting on the table.
That's true.
So now, where is Jen these days?
She's a teacher. She's a math teacher. Absolutely brilliant woman.
Still friends with the band?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Still married to the guitarist.
Yeah.
Still married to the band. So does she get credits on any of the albums? Is she on the liner notes?
She actually, this one right here, she wrote on the back of our Long Story Short album, which the front picture was taken at the deli that Dan worked at, and the back of it is in Jen's handwriting, not set list, track list.
Look
And
at
see,
this.
she signed it.
Oh, I like the
Isn't
way you've
that
got.
cute?
I like the way you've got the track list. Very nice.
Thank
and it's
you.
It's called Long Story Short. Okay, and 10 tracks. So Long Story Short, again, one of the many. It came out in 2002. Is this the first CD?
No.
Second.
Well, again, it depends on how you look at it. If you don't count the first 2 that are out of print, then yes, that's the second.
Okay. Well, I mean, the first 2 they still count, right?
I count them, then that's the 4th.
Okay, this fourth. Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are quite prolific, not only in the studio but on the road. Let's see. Okay, so that's the original. So that's the original lineup.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it was you originally a foursome. Okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
and Jen also gets credit for
I was going to say
for
that.
painting the WAG Christmas ball on our Christmas CD.
So Jen, let's Jen is still an integral part of the of the band.
Sure.
Yeah.
And in fact, the picture on the back of that CD,
She took this picture.
I don't remember if she took the picture or not, but it's at her house. It's at Jen and Dan's house.
Wow.
At their
God,
piano.
I hope Jen was smart enough to get some percentage of the band.
Well, she's got the guitarist. So,
Sorry, Jen, that's not possible. It's already signed away. So the WAG, so the WAG has a new Christmas album. This is your first Christmas album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's called "Feels Like Christmas."
Well, that's one of the songs. That's the name of one of the. Brian's looking at me again. That's the name of one of the songs. We actually called it "Merry Christmas" from the WAG, but we put the title on the back because that's how we roll.
You don't say that.
You
You can't say that's how we roll.
You don't say back in the day either, but I've caught you saying it.
I don't. At first, I felt really stupid, like I was reading the wrong title, and I did read the wrong title.
No, you're not stupid.
But that's because they have it backwards.
Yeah, we did it weird.
On the back, this is a printing error, isn't it? No,
We
sure.
did it that way on purpose.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, it's Hebrew actually. You read from the back. This is the WAG's. How ironic that your Christmas album.
I was just going to say it's our
would
Hebrew
be-
Christmas
in Hebrew you read back to front.
Yes.
Okay. So look at that. Wow. So let's make believe you did it that way purposely.
Okay.
Because that's cool. And
We're different.
yeah. I want to be on the liner notes of the next.
You got
So
it.
it's called Merry Christmas from the WAG, but you would never know that by looking at it because it's on the back. And on the front is Feels Like Christmas, which is one of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And We All Could Use Some Christmas, another one of the songs.
Yes.
Yes.
So why did you choose those two songs to put prominently on the front to look like the title of the album?
Because those are our only two Christmas songs.
Yeah, it's actually a Christmas single. Like I meant it to be like a 45.
Oh, I see. You can't tell just by looking at it.
No.
It does look like so. It's an EP.
Yeah.
It's a.
Yeah.
He keeps calling it a single. I keep calling it a double.
No, it's a 2-song EP. And you know what? The Beatles made their living putting out 2-song singles, some of the greatest ever. So.
See, he calls it 2-song single. Like that's what it was.
Hey, when we start making a living at it,
You know what it is? It's a double A side. How's that?
Yeah.
That's what the Beatles.
I
is
like
called.
that.
Like the Beatles had Day
Something
Tripper and
come
We Can
together.
Work It Out on the
Yep.
same thing. And in those days, bands put out singles that they didn't include on their albums.
Right.
Right.
A lot of bands did, but the Beatles thought it was cheating the public, so they would put out. Yeah, there you go. There's the man. There's my man. So we've got the WAG here. We're going to do a few interesting things here, but we're going to talk about them a lot. The website, if people want to find out more about you, it's thewagband.com.
Yep.
You gave us the origin of the name. What did we cut? Anything we didn't cover at the beginning? We're good.
I think we're good.
The WAG is going to play a little. We're here with Alicia. We're here with Brian. My name is Scott Einhorn. I do the Monday night 9 to 11 p.m. show here on WRSU. We're at 88.7 on the dial. We're on the web at WRSU.org. And I always tell guests when they find out they're going to do 2 hours, they think it's a lot of time. And I always tell them by the time we start talking and play a few songs, you'll notice the show will be half over.
Yeah.
And we'll have to pick up the pace. But so thank you guys for coming in. You had a drive through. Is it snowing yet?
Nope.
Not yet. But
Is it supposed to?
tomorrow morning? Another 1 to 3 to 4 inches.
Great.
Oh,
And Alicia has a commute. Do you have a commute like hers?
nah, it's like a half hour.
Okay.
And heading in the opposite direction.
Yeah,
I'm
I
heading
go-
north, he's heading south.
You head south.
Yeah, no traffic.
Okay. You've got a bit of a hairy commute, right?
I do.
Okay.
I do indeed.
So did you commute on, what was it? What was the bad day? The bad day was
Tuesday?
Saturday.
No, thankfully I don't work weekends.
No, we had a show on Saturday though,
Yeah, oh,
outside.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
We
I saw pictures of that. I saw pictures. Now you weren't playing an instrument.
No, it was snowing, and we didn't want to get our, electronic equipment ruined or anything.
But it was always intended to be an outside show.
Yes.
And you had intended on plugging in,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
but you thought electrocution not worth it.
Not worth it.
Right,
Okay.
and also ruining the equipment, not worth it.
Right.
Because
Okay.
Red Bank, it was outside in Red Bank, and they do this thing in the summertime called Street Life.
Okay.
And it's sort of the same thing in the wintertime called Holiday Harmonies, but it's just, Christmas songs.
Okay.
And so it's always outside. So we do this, every year. And this year we got snowed out.
Wow.
But we played an hour and a half. It's supposed to be a 3-hour gig. We played an hour and a half of it before we got snowed out.
So you played. You sang and did percussion. You just sang and did percussion.
Right.
Was it no microphones?
No
No
microphones,
microphones.
but it's
So-
okay. I have a big mouth.
Okay. And you're a guitarist. You have a current guitar player that you play with.
Yes, we do.
We have 2, actually.
Well, tell us.
Yes, we do. Well, on Saturday we performed with Don Lee. He's been performing, I guess.
Just over a year?
Yeah, it's
with us?
it's been just over a year.
Now, everything I see, any sort of major gig you do, Don is there.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
now,
mostly.
what's stopping Don from being an official WAG? I want to know. If we don't want to talk about that, we don't have to.
No,
He's holding out for
Well-
more money.
yeah, that's kind of what it is. We're in contract negotiations right now.
The band is sort of in a transitional period right now, and Don and also our friend Michael Brett have both been helping us out, and we just kind of want to keep it the way it is.
Well, they both have solo careers.
Yeah.
Don, you can catch his music at donleesounds.com.
Okay.
And he's also on Facebook at Don Lee Sound.
Okay.
Yep. And Michael Brett is also on Facebook too. But right now they're both releasing their own music, and that's what they're doing.
But they know all of your stuff, and they're always willing to play with you, which is, I mean, what a great thing.
They're wonderful. I just want to mention that Michael Brett is also in a duo with his lady love, Deirdre Forrest.
Deirdre,
yes,
right,
and they're
okay.
called the May Darlings.
The May Darlings, okay.
Excuse me.
So shout out to, are they located, are they locally?
They're in Ocean. Or Ocean Grove, I think.
That's still
Those
Monmouth
two.
County, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Ocean County, something.
Yeah. And Don is from Freehold.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, like, without the help that they provided, we really wouldn't be able to do what we're doing the past year and a half.
2 years.
Now, who was the guitar player previous to Don? Who was your most recent guitarist before Don?
Well, I'll tell you, one thing that we've always been proud to say is that our band has been together for many years. So I guess it was like 13 years we had the same lineup, which is not
We beat the Beatles. I always like to say that. They had 10, we had 13.
Almost anybody beat the Beatles in that. Although, the Beatles, and you're a big Beatles fan, right?
Yes.
In 9 or 10, in about 9 years of recording, they put out the equivalent of about 18 albums.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is,
That's
and if you
insane.
think of it, there's not a lot of filler in there,
No.
I mean, it's 18 solid albums, which you can just, as a musician, you can probably, it's like ridiculous
That's
if you
hard
think
to
of
do.
it, right?
We haven't done it.
So not only is it the greatest music ever, but it's, there's plenty of it.
But like for us, when we started, a lot of the bands that we started playing with, like they were long gone after 3 or 4 years, and we stayed together. It was, well, our drummer called it like the mafia. Am I allowed to say that?
You're never out.
He said once you're in your,
We'll see.
You're never
We'll
out.
see.
So
That was Brian, by the way, that said use the M word, not the host, but, and not Alicia. We want to protect her as well.
Yes, that's true.
Brian.
So we were together 13 years, and then our guitarist Dan decided to step down. He wanted to spend more time with his family, and so so he stepped down, and we're in a little bit of a transitional situation. And
So you're looking for you will be increasing personnel at some point.
Yeah,
you think?
Yeah, and so we were playing with a couple different guitar players, and then the next year, unfortunately, tragedy struck, and our drummer passed away suddenly. So at that point, we wanted to continue to play because that's something that was important to us and
not only
important
was
to him.
it wasn't just important to us. We know that our drummer Brian, who was also my brother-in-law, he wouldn't want us to stop.
Right.
So we're not stopping.
Okay, and it's fitting in a way that it's come sort of full circle, and it's now back to the two original members, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that way, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So now it's another chance to plant the seeds and grow again. Right? Am I putting a good enough positive spin on this? I'm trying.
But really,
You
we
are.
would not have made it through the last 2 years without our friends Don and Michael.
And they kept you going, basically.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it could have gone away.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I can't give enough thanks and love to the two of them.
So Don and Michael.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, Michael.
But we also want to say that on our latest 2 albums, on the Continuum album that we just put out in September, and also on the Christmas album, that all of the guitar tracks and some of the backing vocals were provided by our original guitarist, Dan. He came back to the studio with us to do all of that music, so it's original WAG on there.
Oh,
because
okay.
not only did he come back and do that, but we had recorded, what do you say, half maybe, Brian?
We recorded about 4 songs with Brian, our drummer, before he passed away on the Continuum album. Right. And he also recorded the drum tracks for the songs on the Christmas album. So a good part of the last 2 releases we made, actually, Alicia's right, they do have our 4 original members on it. And the drum tracks that we didn't have recorded, our good friend Pete Andrews came in, and he finished up the CD for us. So we're very grateful to him for that, too.
Yep. Much thanks and love to Pete, too.
So we're glad that the WAG has continued and will continue. And if you want to find out more about the band, go to thewagband.com. They're on Facebook. They are on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I know she is. And where else? Where else? YouTube, Tumblr,
Yep. No, I don't think we're on Tumblr yet.
We are.
Pinterest.
Okay. Pinterest. Brian, are we on Pinterest?
Evidently, Brian is in charge of YouTube and
Social
nothing
media.
else.
We even have a MySpace page.
Oh, there's a MySpace
see,
page.
you had to admit that.
Welcome to
Okay,
1993, huh?
Yeah.
They started it when the band started.
We're also not social media exactly, but we're also on CD Baby and iTunes.
Oh, okay.
So not only can you get our music from our website, but you can also
Okay.
get it from CD Baby and from iTunes and also from Amazon.com and other places.
Is there any place you can't get WAG music? No, you're all over the place.
You can try, but no.
Excellent. You can and you can see them live. Let me tell you quickly where they're playing. Upcoming this Thursday, December 19th. They're playing the Saint, the Winter Solstice show. Show starts at 7 o'clock. WAG will be on around 10:30 or so. Mm-hmm. But come early, stay late.
Absolutely.
Saturday, December 21st. 2 shows you're doing.
Yes.
Wow. Good luck to you. Early in the day, around it looks like noontime, Red Bank's Holiday Harmonies in front of the Galleria on Bridge Street. That's the indoor mall there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, we'll
flea
be
market?
outside. This is the same gig from this previous Saturday that we got snowed out.
Okay, so with any luck, no snow, and you can plug in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to see Brian plug in his bass and rock out, that's this Saturday, 12/21, and people just need to show up, right?
Yep, just show up.
Okay, and then the WAG is taking 4 hours off.
I was going to say a nap.
You're getting home. You're going to race home, you guys, and get
Nap.
shower, maybe.
No.
No, okay. They're going to be doing now. This is your annual Christmas show. You do this every year.
Every
Yes.
year.
Okay, so Saturday, 12/21. Let me ask you something. This looks like it's a big show for you guys.
It's huge.
A big, important show from what I'm reading here. Why would you book yourself during the day?
Well, Brian, would you like to answer that?
Seems when anything goes wrong.
No, he
Alicia
does he does the booking. so.
Alicia turns to Brian and says, "Why did we mess up that way, Brian?"
Well, I guess I am the booking agent. I don't know. When somebody wants us to play, I can't say no. So
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
You know, Brian, the way I look at it, that gig ends at 3 and the other one doesn't start till 7. So if anybody out there would like the WAG to play around 5 o'clock,
Sure, why not? We don't need to eat.
it has to be Monmouth County. Go onto their website, and so people can contact you through the website if they want to book you.
yes, they can.
Okay, excellent. So there's a window of opportunity on that day, and again, apparently, what time does the 7 o'clock show end?
10 o'clock.
Okay,
Ish.
are you up for playing midnight show?
Sure,
maybe?
we could do it midnight.
Great. So the WAG all day on Saturday,
All day long.
12/21, and then Monday the 23rd, you're playing the Saint the Christmas show. Now wait a second.
I know, it's 2 different shows.
So one is the annual Christmas show.
The one at Espresso Joe's
That's
is
the annual
Yeah,
Christmas
that's
show.
the annual one.
That's a toy drive, actually. We're collecting
Yeah, it's a
toys
charity.
for needy children.
Okay, so it's at Espresso Joe's, 50 West Front Street in Keyport at 7 o'clock, and Don Lee will be there. Ariel Strauss, Jake Lee. Any relation to Don Lee?
Yep, it's his
Okay.
nephew.
Sherry Matthews, Joe Hughes, Stephen Fox, Thomas Johnston. All will be there. And what is the thing? People come to Espresso Joe's. I've never been there, but it looks really interesting.
Oh, it's awesome. You should go.
Will they make me a vegan latte?
Yes, actually,
yes.
they've made me plenty.
Yes.
A soy latte.
I have to mention, in the spirit of full disclosure, I have to mention that both Brian and Alicia are vegan. Now, I am as well. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be, if you're listening out there and you'd like to appear on my show, it doesn't mean that you have to be vegan to be on the show, but it probably helps.
And if
So,
you are, bring cupcakes.
And look at this. And she brought vegan cupcakes. That's amazing. Okay, so the Saint, so you're playing the Saint, that's in Asbury Park, and that's a Christmas show. Now, what constitutes a Christmas show? Do you just play more Christmas music?
I think we're going to play just
Or
strictly
it's 2
Christmas
days before
music.
Christmas?
It's
You're kidding, right?
going to be Christmas music.
It's going to be Christmas. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so there's plenty of places to see the WAG. We're thankful they came in. I'm going to play something. Which track do you want me to play from this first? 1 or 2? 1. Brian points. I got that queued up. And then you're going to give me something else from this to play.
Yes.
And then you're going to pick a third track. We're going to play 3 songs. 2 of the 3 are going to be WAG. Maybe 3 of 3 will be WAG. Right?
Sounds good.
And we'll come back and we'll talk some more. Go to thewagband.com to find out more about what Alicia and Brian have been doing for 15 years. You'll have another 15 for sure, right?
Yes.
Not good.
Okay, this is WRSU FM, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Scott Einhorn here. We will be back. Now, see, I told you how fast it goes. We're already 45 minutes into the show,
Wow.
and we've only played one of your songs. So now we're going to go WAG crazy. You ready? Track 1, queued up. You ready?
Ready.
What's this called?
Feels Like Christmas.
Feels Like Christmas. This is the WAG.
All the streets are filled with choirs as the snow begins to fall, and they're singing all those Christmas songs. I know you know them all the gold and silver on the trees. How I wish that you could see, 'cause it sure does feel like Christmas time to me.
it right. And if you say yes to me, well then you'll see what I feel inside. And if you got the chance, you gotta take it while you can. This time there's no pretense, no more pretending, 'cause everything's got an end. We've got so much to live for, and if you want to, let's make it right. And if you say yes to me, well then you'll see what I feel inside. And if you got the chance, you gotta take it while you can. This time there's no pretense, no more pretending, 'cause everything's got an end.
Wow, that's really good. That's a band called The Wag. I'm going to have them on. Oh, I did that already, right? I'm going to have them on. Okay, they're here. The Wag is here live in studio with us. And that song is called Things You Call Your Own from their 2006 album Soundtrack to a Silent Movie, which is an excellent title. Who came up with that?
That would be our drummer, Brian Maury.
Okay, I'm going to try to not ask this many questions where the answer is the drummer. Okay, because
it's okay.
I'm trying to,
Actually, Scott, he wrote the music for that last song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he put the chords together, and Dan and I came up with and Alicia actually, we came up with the melody for the different parts of the song. But Brian was the one who came up with the music.
Yeah, and when we played it out live acoustically, he would play the guitar.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
More than you'd expect from a drummer. But
actually, in the Jersey Acoustic Music Awards, I don't know if you've heard of those.
I do, yes.
Just this past one in April, he posthumously won Best Multi-Instrumentalist because he played everything, whether he knew how to or not.
Tremendous. And you guys were you nominated or you won? What was it? You were nominated for sure.
Yeah, I think it was the previous year, I think.
Previous year?
But the first year of the Jersey Acoustic Music Awards, we won for top pop band.
Top pop band.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Standing ovation.
Thank you.
You can't tell that I'm standing. So that's a real good song. That's full band, Things You Call Your Own from Soundtrack to a Silent Movie from 2006. Before that, we heard Lonely Walk from the album that is new here on the playlist at WRSU Continuum to Use. I'll stop doing that eventually, but it's, and that came out this year. That's the new album.
That's the new one.
And we started off the set with something from the new Christmas release, we'll call it, the new Christmas release called Merry Christmas from the Wag. And that was Feels Like Christmas. Now, that's original, all original music, right?
All
yes.
original.
Yep.
Now, you do some covers. I know you do some covers, but most of what you do is original, right?
Well,
Yes.
when we play out electric, we will play pretty much all originals. When we play acoustically, which is what we've been doing for a little while now, we kind of play a mix of originals and covers. Although, I think at Espresso Joe's, we just played all originals, didn't we?
Yes.
Because Espresso Joe's is a wonderful place for original music. They totally support original music.
Mm-hmm. And that's in what town?
Keyport.
Keyport, okay. I've been to Keyport. You know where I used to go? I've told you about this. The vegan bakery, Papa Ganache.
Papa Ganache. I used to work there.
What do you mean you used to work there?
I used to work there. Yeah.
Okay. So they used to be in Keyport?
Yes, they used to be in Keyport. Now they're in...
Matawan.
Yeah, Matawan.
But you haven't been to the Matawan one. You have been.
We almost went once on the way home from something.
Old Bridge. You played in Old Bridge.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, I
know better than I do.
I know more than you. I
have a terrible memory.
I'm an honorary member of the WAG. All of a sudden, yeah, they. So you know all about them. Mm-hmm. And the woman Lisa, do you know her? She's the owner.
Yeah, she's the one who hired me.
Okay, excellent. So that's where you live. We're going to talk vegan now just for a second because everyone in the room is vegan.
It's awesome.
Let me tell you, never in my life am I in a room where everyone is vegan with more than two people. So, so this is very exciting. So where you live in Middletown is kind of a hotbed of veganism. I don't know if you know this.
Well, kind of, yeah.
It's right in the middle. You've got that great Whole Foods.
There's Whole Foods. There's Kai's Kitchen in Belmar, not too far away.
Awesome.
And there's Good Karma Cafe right in Red Bank.
Which I've never been to because they're always closed on Sundays and I can never get there. But aren't they in a different place?
No, they used to be Down to Earth, just up the street from where they are now, I think, or around the corner or something, still in Red Bank. And the two ladies that own Down to Earth went their separate ways, and one of those ladies now owns Good Karma Cafe.
But Good Karma Cafe is not in the same place that it used to be? Because didn't Funk and Standard, that thing, move downstairs to one of those things?
Although I don't know if it's still called Funk and Standard. I don't remember.
Really? Okay.
I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, so then there's that. And have you ever the cinnamon snail?
I knew you were going to say that. Yes,
you have. I
had a birthday cake made by them once.
Did you ever have their food?
Yes,
it's outrageous.
It's amazing,
crazy. I mean, you go there on a. They're not there for a while now, but
yeah, I know.
You go there. They park in the Galleria, which is where they park, and you go there, and it's a line of people.
Yep.
waiting for this mysterious kind of vegan food for everybody. But there's people that will just wait. I mean, I've gone there in the freezing cold and waited like 40 minutes online just to get, like one sandwich and one to go. And so you've got that. And then in Mattawan, you also have...
the Love Bowl?
No, Loving Hut.
Loving Hut, right.
I've been there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
I've
we
been
have.
there. So you're right in the middle of this.
We're very lucky.
I live in Middlesex County, so I can get to the Ganache in
The ganache.
in like 20 minutes or something like that. My monitor has gone out. Let's see.
But we weren't always that lucky, Scott. 15 years ago, these
it
places
was much
weren't.
different.
It was much different.
It was much different. It's so interesting that now I'm from New York, so whenever I go into New York, it's amazing to me how many vegan places there are. There are literally, if you want a vegan place at midnight, you can find one, and within
That's
whatever.
awesome.
I went to a concert recently, and I was before I drove back to Jersey, I was super hungry. I hadn't had dinner, and I went onto my Happy Cow app.
Yeah.
And I looked up and I checked a few places, and sure enough, I found a place that was open at like 11:30 at night, like a totally vegan place. And I parked and I went and got stuff. I mean, you can get vegan 24/7 in
Making
Manhattan,
me hungry.
which is awesome. Look at this, vegan cupcakes. This is what, folks. The WAG was so nice. I mean, they're definitely invited back. Anybody that brings vegan cupcakes, listen to this. That's a box of. Wow, what flavor is this?
Chocolate.
Whatever.
On the cake part,
Doesn't
and
really
then,
matter.
I totally would have baked you something if I had the time.
that's
I
okay.
love to cook. I love to bake. I just had no time.
That's okay. This is just as good. Wow, it says old-fashioned outstanding. Thank you, WAG, for bringing
you're
vegan
more than welcome.
cupcakes.
Scott, you said you're from New York. Have you been to the Candle Cafe?
I have
thinking
been.
that,
I
too.
have
Aren't
been.
they great?
I have been to Candle 79.
No, we haven't been to Candle 79 either.
That's a little upscale,
Yes, we did.
little
No, no,
highbrow
no.
for me.
It is. They have
We
they
did
have
go there.
wine. And,
We went to Candle 79 right before the Justin Hayward concert. We did.
Evidently, somebody's got a memory in this.
I
band.
actually remember something.
Yeah.
I know.
I went and I was at Candle Cafe recently, and we had the opportunity toward the end to chat with the owner, the gentleman. I forget his name, but him and I think his wife, and they chatted with us. And they're very nice, and we had some really, really good food there.
Yeah.
What?
You're recording.
I am recording, thanks to you. Oh, yeah. Can you save it to the desktop? I have a thing.
Okay.
I'll do it in a second. We have some time, right? A few minutes?
Well, it's a little bit after 10.
Okay, I'll be ready. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for coming, by the way. Jeff Pape, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay!
Jeff Pate.
And we think that Jeff Pape on his Overnight Sensation show is going to have the WAG to come back and do a full performance.
Yes.
Are they invited back?
Of course they are.
Are you accepting on the air?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
so stay tuned for an upcoming Friday for that. So we'll do a little performance, and then we'll go out and we'll do the thing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll be out in a second.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
So I can go.
No, stay right here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can go from here, but wait for me in there.
We'll wait
Yeah.
for you in there.
Yes, thank you.
Got it.
Thank you.
There's a lot going on.
It really is.
There's a lot going on. People are running around.
This may seem as if it's not rehearsed, but it's not. Okay, so now here's what we're going to do. Let me first tell you again, Scott Einhorn here. This is the WAG. Alicia, Brian, the founding members of the WAG. It's 10:05. We only have 55 minutes. You see how fast it goes, right?
Wow.
We have to
Too
leave
much
some time.
fun.
Are we going to eat cupcakes on the air?
I hope so.
We should.
I'll make a mess of that. Okay, so here's what we want to do. We have never done this. I've never done this before on this program. Usually what it is, and you see what I was talking about now. It's two very sort of confined chairs, and it's usually just me and an acoustic guitarist, and it's a very intimate thing. They do bigger setups in there, but I don't have the attention span to get that done, so or the technical expertise, so I do the more intimate thing. So what we thought we would do is, Brian plays bass, and I refuse to let him bring his electric bass.
Yes.
Side question, Rickenbacker. You play Rickenbacker, which is a kind of an unusual bass for these days.
Yeah, that's true.
And is that McCartney inspired?
Actually, it wasn't, but I know he played it throughout the 70s.
It was the Big Wings
Yeah,
bass.
that was his wings bass.
So now what made you choose Rickenbacker?
Well, I needed a new bass guitar, and a friend of mine worked at Jack's Music in Red Bank.
Okay.
And he saw one come in. This is when they had a big instrument section. And he's like, Brian, you've got to get down here and get this bass. So I did. I went down there and I saw, what kind of bass is it? He's like, look, it's a Rickenbacker. My eyes just lit up. It was big. It's long neck.
Oh, it's a big thing. Yeah.
I have long arms, so it was a perfect fit.
Oh, so you need. So I was going to ask you so you wouldn't play the Beatle bass because that's probably too small.
Oh no, he
for
wants
you.
it.
I
He
want
wants
one,
the
but
Hofner.
Alicia won't let me get it.
Why not?
Because look at him. He's a big guy. It would look silly.
Doesn't matter. It's,
Well, I mean, you get what you want, but I will
It's
laugh.
a Hofner.
I want
It's a
it.
Hofner. Now,
Christmas.
I wanted to buy one too. I played a little bit of bass, and I wanted to buy one. There are different, from what I understand, there are different levels. Like there's like a one that costs a certain amount that is made with like these parts, but they're assembled in another country, and then there's one that costs twice as much. They're all made by Hofner that has like original German engineering or something that's made there, produced there. So depending on how much you want to spend.
Yeah, you could spend a decent penny for that.
Right. I mean, I'm not suggesting you actually buy Paul's bass. That would probably be a little bit of money. But,
Yeah, probably.
Paul's actual bass. Like
Paul's actual
the one that
bass.
he uses.
The one he uses.
Yeah.
You probably, yeah. So do you own one? You own more than one bass? What did you play before the Rickenbacker?
Not a very
Like
good
a
bass.
Fender?
Yeah, no, actually, it was kind of like a knockoff. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is your one and only bass?
It is. I've been playing this bass since I was 16.
Has there ever been, I don't want to jinx you, but has there ever been an incident where, a string broke or a short or something
Yeah,
like
just
that?
very recently we played a show outside for the Monmouth County SPCA in October, and I broke a string. But our guitarist was on his way to the gig, and I said, can you get me a set of strings? So he did.
Now, breaking a string on a bass, is much harder than breaking a string on guitar.
Yes.
And it's also more devastating because it's 1/4 of your... with a guitar, it's 1/6.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm very good at math. Right?
And when it's the A string, it's right in the middle. It's hard.
Oh, so in the bass, it was the A?
Yeah, it was the A.
That's the second one from the top.
Yep.
Wow, that's a bummer. So did you have to... Did you just not play those notes, or you had to find them on the fretboard somewhere else?
Actually, for the first couple of songs, I didn't play bass at all. I went out in the front and sang lead with just holding a microphone, which is very weird not to have a bass. Alicia's looking at me like, this is so weird.
Look, he goes all Joe Cocker on you. It's
All of
funny
a sudden,
looking.
he's you know who I saw on your. I think I saw this on your Facebook page, and it stopped me in my tracks.
I can't wait for this.
I can wait.
Maybe I
No,
tried.
I wouldn't know.
Go to a commercial.
I happen to be a big fan from many, many, many decades ago, but tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe it was somebody else. Did I see Barry Manilow as one of your likes?
Yes.
I know on Facebook people tend to like things and then don't even remember liking them. But do you have a memory of liking Barry Manilow?
Yes, I'm a fan of Low.
I am.
I am. I go to see him every year when he comes around. I take my
too.
mom.
I've seen him many times
Yeah.
live. I saw him, I can't tell you, in 1976 I saw him.
Oh,
You know,
really?
Whether you like his music or not, he is one heck of a performer.
He's excellent.
He gives it everything he's got.
And early in his career, his first 2 or 3 albums, he used to, which was like 73, 4, 5, 6, like that. He used to get airplay on what they called album-oriented rock stations. So while he wasn't rock, he did get airplay on the types of stations that also played, McCartney and Stevie Wonder and things like that. More sort of mainstream album-oriented rock. So he had those kind of roots, and then he went on to just put out a million albums. But I was a fan early on. I saw him New Year's Eve, 75, 76.
Oh, wow.
At a theater in Manhattan. I think it's called the Gershwin Theater now, but it used to be called the WRSUS Theater. So,
On New Year's Eve?
On New Year's Eve.
It's just another New Year's
Exactly.
Eve.
That was like the big highlight.
Yeah.
Now you got to pay royalties, dude.
Oh, I write the songs that make...
Brian just
Stop
got
while you're ahead.
Brian just got duded, which is, I have a feeling is a bad situation. So we're here with the WAG. Here's what we're going to do. We'll tell you another time. We'll tell you frequently that you can get their music on iTunes, on CD Baby. You can find out where they're playing if you go to thewagband.com. Get their website. They're on Facebook. They're on Twitter. Brian's still holding down the fort on MySpace, apparently.
He
It's coming
we're-
back.
He
I'm
says
bringing-
we're on Tumblr. I did not know that.
Tumblr. He's on Pinterest. Is it Pinterest?
Yes.
Is that how it's pronounced?
I guess.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, me.
I hear it a lot, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is they're going to, this is almost like a Milli Vanilli moment where you're going to,
Oh, no.
but they're actually going to sing. It's going to sound like we have musicians in the, can I just play this before we start singing? I want to hear what it sounds like.
I'm Vanilli.
Great.
Hold on, right. Millie, hold on. Let me see. Okay, this is not working. There must be a reason why. Maybe. Okay.
Well,
There's a small bit of blank space before
Oh,
this.
well, there you go.
How small?
When you say small, you mean like a couple of minutes?
No, a couple seconds, I guess.
All right, we can wait.
Oh, your monitor went out again.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we're waiting. We have plenty of time. Still nothing, Brian. This isn't a
okay.
CDRW, is it?
I don't know. Alicia does have a backup, though.
Look at this. Let's try this again. Let's stop. You know what? Let's try. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try
Hey, we
this
can
again.
always do a cappella.
No,
We're
that's
all right.
fine. That's fine.
Is it?
Why is it not working, Jeff?
I have another one if you want. And it's a CDR, not an RW.
You're
Yes.
not hearing it in the headphones?
Nope.
No, we don't hear
And
anything.
this one's fully tested and loaded.
What, the other one isn't?
I don't know. It should be, but
Let's try. Okay.
this is a Milli Vanilli moment.
This is yes, and an embarrassing one.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay, here's this. Now we have. We're gonna try this again. Jeff, I'll be right in to work that recording thing.
No problem.
Can you start up another session for me while this one keeps running?
I actually tried doing that and it wouldn't do
It usually does. No? Okay.
Didn't for me.
Whatever. Whatever. If it doesn't do it for you, it won't do it for anybody. All right, let's try this track again. Let's see if this works. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Nice going, Alicia. Nice going.
I know.
So Brian came complete with the CD that didn't work. And Alicia has... so that was the right song, right?
That is
Yeah.
it.
So what we're going to do is we have the guitar track. And who's playing the guitar?
Dan Corboy, our original guitar player.
Original guitar player. And the bass is you.
It is.
Brian. And there's no singing.
No
And
singing.
Nothing
No.
else going on. Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to try to make this happen.
It's WAG karaoke.
Okay. Here we go.
Waggy-okey.
It's waggy-okey. Let me make sure.
Brian's giving me a face.
So now I'm going to start this. I'm going to put my mic down, and I'm going to let you... I may actually leave while you're singing. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to leave? I haven't even sung a note. Am I that bad?
Okay, here we go. No, I have to go attend to the...
Ah.
Well, no, so I can't start up the second session in there, you're saying, right?
No, you got to stop this one.
Well, that's no fun. I don't want to stop it during their thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can you stop it now and save it to the desktop?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, man.
And then I'll start a new one.
Yeah, yeah,
In the
okay.
meantime, you can
Keep talking?
We'll talk a little bit, yeah.
just
Sure.
talk a little bit.
Like, you give me the thumbs up when it's time to go.
Okay.
Okay, hurry. Hurry, we're running out of time. Okay, so, well, let's listen to the track a little bit. Do you think I can invent my own words? I don't even know the
I'm
song.
going to percuss.
I think you should do like spoken word, maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen. I don't have the dexterity yet, but I'll get it eventually.
Well, hit it on your hand. Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
See?
I've become a member of the WAG in some very weird sense.
I think that's all I have with me. I have other stuff at home.
And Alicia later is going to take 2 vegan cupcakes and smash them together, and we think we'll get a good sound.
Sure.
How we doing, Jeff?
My kibosses full of-
Are we up and running with the second one?
Yes.
You're the man. Thank you. So we're saved to the desktop?
Yes.
Yay!
All right.
Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to start all over again. Now you're going to get the vocals. Track 1,
Track one.
Indeed.
4 minutes and 54 seconds. What's the name of the song?
Your eyes.
Your Eyes. Who's singing lead?
I'm singing lead.
Okay.
And Brian actually wrote this one sort of specifically, not even sort of, specifically to be in the vein of the Moody Blues because they're my favorite band.
Yes. Do you have any Moody's with you?
I do. I have the anthology.
Oh, great. We can play that later if you'd like.
Cool.
Okay.
The whole thing.
This is WRSUFM. This is WRSUFM, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Scott Einhorn here with Brian and Alicia of the WAG. So glad you came in, guys. You having a good time?
Absolutely.
Okay, you'll come back and do Jeff's show?
Yes, we
Yes.
will.
And then you'll come back and do my show?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start the track. I'm going to lower my mic, and then I'm going to play record producer. Okay?
Okay.
Ooh, I like it.
You ready? Let me give that back to you so I don't lose it.
Okay.
All right, let me get I got the acoustic guitar and the bass ready.
Okay, you got your guitars tuned?
Yes.
All tuned.
Okay, bass. Jeff, your bass is tuned? Yep. Jeff's bass is tuned.
Jeff's
okay.
playing bass.
He's
Okay,
got
you
the
ready? So
moves.
this is the wag. This is the wag. Oh, I hope this works. You ready, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to think about forever and lonely days would come and go. I never thought I'd find someone who changed my life, and I just thought you'd like to know. Ooh, I can see forever in your eyes. Forever's what I see, and that's the way it used to be in your eyes. In your eyes. I pull the curtains from the window. I like to watch the sun shine in. The little things in life, they mean so much to me, and I'm here to share them with. Ooh, I can see forever in your eyes.
you. Thank you.
At the last minute, I picked up the electric guitar and I played some wailing leads. How'd I sound?
Oh, you're very good.
awesome.
Thank you very much. Wow, that was excellent. That worked out just fine.
Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Wow, I hope you have some more of those to do. Are we going to do some more?
we are.
Wow. And so that was produced by me, if you need a record producer.
Thank
Is
you.
that
Much
an option?
appreciated.
Wow, that's the WAG. It's called In Your Eyes?
Your eyes.
Your
Just
Eyes.
your eyes. Hmm.
I was bound to get that wrong eventually.
Everybody
Okay.
does. It's okay.
This is WRSU FM, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Scott Einhorn here
got
with
your
Brian.
name
Oh no, it's the cupcakes.
Are we making you nervous?
No. The WAG is here. Brian and Alicia are here. And boy, we probably, in retrospect now, we probably shouldn't have even told anybody that we had a recorded track. And then they would it sounded.
Maybe.
It sounded.
Cool.
Wow. So glad that the WAG is here.
So are
Sounded
we.
good?
Oh,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
having a great time.
You've got the hardest part, I have to say, with all due respect, because he's got to sing those harmonies.
Yeah.
He's got the headphones,
I
you're
was
banging the
impressed.
thing, and the electric guitar is going on. That's,
I know.
like if I had to hit harmonies like that, I'd have to do the Robin Gibb thing with the, covering the ear. But and
so
plus
used to it.
you've got headphones on and that
Yeah.
whole. It's easier with headphones on, I would think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think. Wow. Outstanding. So that particular song is on which of your CDs?
Returning Traveler.
Returning
Yes.
Traveler.
And I usually get that wrong. Yes, that one right there. And I want to tell you a little something about the artwork.
Go ahead.
See all that groovy artwork on the front? Does that remind you of anything? Sort of. Maybe a film that just came out on the 13th. Doesn't remind you. Well, that's okay. Have you seen the Lord of the Rings films?
No, I'm not that. No, it's not my
Have you?
thing.
Middle Earth.
Yeah. The same person who did the cartography and the calligraphy for the Lord of the Rings films, Daniel Reeve, did the artwork for this.
Wow, how did
Yep.
you get that to happen?
We wrote to him. And then we went to New Zealand and we saw him. And and he's a wonderful person and he does some amazing artwork. And just to give him a little plug, his website is danielreeve.co.nz.
Wow, and this is
Yep.
from the album Returning Traveler, which came out in 2009. And you can get this and all the WAG music on iTunes, on CD Baby. And you can also go to their website, thewagband.com, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. History of the band, where they're playing, how you can get their music, like that. And what we want to do is we want to give away. We have the Christmas. Are we prepared to do that Christmas
Yeah.
song next?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, here's the situation. Listen up, folks. They have a new single/EP/album called Merry Christmas from the WAG, covering all bases. on
It's a
that
wax cylinder.
one. It's a wax
I got
cylinder.
it. I see what you did there.
Thank you.
She's the smart one. Okay. So now you're going to, let me guess, you're going to do the song We All Could Use Some Christmas.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're going to perform. Well, lo and behold, the whole band has just showed up. So the guitarist is here, the bass player's here. It's not on CD. They're all live in the studio along with Brian. Now we've got 4 WAG members here. They're going to do a live version of this. But let us tell you that if you would like to win a copy of the Merry Christmas from the WAG CD, you can do so by calling in. Now we don't want them calling while they're performing.
No.
Okay. So after they perform this Christmas song, you can call in, and the first person to call in, they'll win a copy. How's that?
That sounds
good.
good.
Okay. If you call while they're performing, we've got your number, caller ID. Yeah, we will not let you win. So you have to wait until the final strains of the song, and then you can dial 732-932-8800, 732-932-8800 if you would like to win a copy of the new Christmas EP, CD, single/album called Merry Christmas from the WAG. Wow. And that's the original WAG.
Yep.
Nice hats.
Thank you.
So it's interesting to meet you both now that I only knew about you from Facebook. So it's interesting when you get to know somebody via Facebook.
Yeah.
And then you and then you eventually meet them in person. It's an interesting dynamic. But let me say, you are lovelier in person, Brian.
Oh, I knew it.
I knew you weren't talking about me because I have no makeup on.
No, you are lovelier in person, and you are as well. So we're going to do another track here. We've got the full band. They've come in. They've shown up late, and here they are. We've got the guitarist over there. Thank you for coming. The bass player there. Oh, well, Brian brought his bass.
I got the bass.
He plugged it in. Got his little amp. He's ready to go. Hold on. Let's mic that amp. Okay, we got it mic'd. The whole band's ready to go. And what track is it?
This is number 3.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Positive? Okay. Here we go. Now, we're going to try this again. Here we go. Who's singing lead?
He is. He did both the Christmas songs. He's such a hog.
Are you singing background?
Yes.
And you're playing that?
The boobies.
Let me see the boobies,
See?
man. Let me see the boobies.
I have another set if you want.
Now I see. But there are 4, so that's a...
Yeah. No, it's supposed to be 5. Yeah. See that?
Should we describe them?
Yeah, it's...
They're little balls with little tiny balls on them.
Which is a much better way of saying it than boobies, I'm sure. It's a kind of maracas.
It's kind of maracas. And this almost looks like something you would get at Jack's Music Store. Then they have kind of a lot of interesting instruments there. So Alicia's going to sing background vocals and play the boobies. Is there an interesting story about how you lost your 5th boobie?
I think I just got a little too aggressive during a gig.
I would think that you could lose a boobie almost every time you play this thing, right? Because they look kind of fragile.
They really are.
It's bamboo. Is this like bamboo?
It could be. I don't know. But the little thingy on the end, which kind of lends it the name, that's glued on there. And once that pops off, the whole...
Boobie flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole yellow bit there can just come out and all the beads go everywhere and it's a mess. Yeah.
Made by... I won't say, but this is okay. Well, here
that happened during a show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's happened so many. That is not my first set of boobies.
So you have probably more than we need to know, Alicia. Thank you. We'll talk about that after midnight. We're not allowed to talk about it. So I'll give you back your boobies.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. No offense. I didn't handle the top. I just handled the cake. Just so you know. So here is the WAG once again. Brian and Alicia doing the boobie song. No, I'm sorry. It's called We All Could Use Some Christmas. Brian.
He's just cringing over here. It's so funny.
Brian just said to Alicia, "This is the last time we're doing this show."
Oh, I'm going to hear it on the way home. Trust me.
Okay, so
he didn't mean it, Mom.
No. Is Mom listening?
I don't know.
I didn't mean it, Mom. Okay. So we're gonna do. Here we go. It's Christmas time. After the song, call in 732-932-8800. 732-932-8800 if you would like to win a copy of the new WAG CD, Christmas CD. You ready? We're gonna do it.
All right.
Should we do? Let's just play the track. Let me first start it. How much time is there between the music starts and you start singing?
Like 10 seconds.
Okay, so you ready to go?
Ready.
You sure?
You want us to just start singing then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We got it. Okay, you ready? Okay, get ready, everybody.
The child laid there in the manger bed, while Mary and Joseph stood watching ahead. The one thing they knew was beyond the star, that God was watching and he wouldn't be far. Well, we all could use some Christmas, so we all should give some cheer. Yes, we all could use some Christmas, and we all should give some cheer to the Lord and to ourselves. Born to us is the little King, and in our souls the bells did ring. The magic that night, as the wise men say, was so outstanding while they kneeled and they prayed. Well, we all could use some Christmas, so we all should give some cheer. Yes, we all could use some Christmas, and we all should give some cheer to the Lord and to ourselves. Ooh, yeah. It's Christmas now, and the angels sing glory to the newborn King. The stars are shine and the moon is bright on this glorious magical night. Oh yeah, well, we all could use some Christmas, so we all should give some cheer. Yes, we all could use some Christmas, and we all should give some cheer to the Lord. Well, we all could use some Christmas, and we all should give some cheer. Yes, we all could use some Christmas, and we all should give some cheer to the Lord and to ourselves. Yeah, all right.
Wow, let's hear it.
Thank you.
Very nice. Brian, I know as a person who's played a little bit of bass myself that playing and singing playing a bass and singing at the same time is not always easy. So
that's right.
You pulled it off beautifully on that one. Right?
Thank you very much.
Isn't that true? That is true, though, right? I mean, I think it's a little bit easier to strum chords and sing than it is to play a bass line and sing, especially if the melody is counter to what you're playing.
Yeah.
Which is frequently the case, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay. So but you did a great job on that.
Oh,
one.
thank you
It's
very
almost it's almost as if you recorded one and then sang the other. It sounds that natural.
It's wild.
So that sounds great. Thank you guys for doing live Christmas songs.
Happy to do
That
it.
may be the first time I ever had a live Christmas song done on my show.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Outstanding. This is Scott Einhorn. I'm here with the WAG, Alicia and Brian. And they were good enough to come in and spend a couple of hours with me. And, we've got 23 minutes left.
Not enough time.
And there's the phone.
Let's see if we can make this happen.
Okay.
Hello, WRSU. Who's this? Uncle Scott in Scotch Plains. That's not your uncle, is it? You're not related to anybody in the band, are you? Only by humanity. Okay. Well, are you interested in winning the Christmas CD? Uncle Scott, no relation to me, right? He dug the harmonies.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you like
Thank
the band? They sounded great, right? He doesn't normally like acoustic music, but this came across very strong.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Quickly, Uncle Scott, give me your email address. He doesn't use computers. Let me have your phone number. Right? Okay. And your name is Uncle Scott. I'm guessing you don't take text on that thing. It's not a cell phone. I will give you a call. You're the winner, man. Thanks for calling. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay. Wow.
Yay, Uncle
There you
Scott.
go, Uncle Scott.
Wow.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm a little bit hesitant, but okay. Anyways, he sounded fine. So, wow. So we gave away a copy of the WAG, new WAG Christmas CD, and he'll get it in time to play when he's roasting chestnuts and whatever it is people do on Christmas. I'm sorry, it's not my holiday, but
That's okay.
do they roast chestnuts?
They might.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, right?
I have never had a roasted chestnut.
I have. They're not that good.
I mean, chestnuts are vegan as far as I know.
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. I guess and kosher as well.
Yeah.
I guess.
Depending how they kill them, I think that's what it goes to. Anyway, this is WRSU FM, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Scott Einhorn here. Thrilled to be here with the WAG. Thanks for coming in, guys. You having a good time?
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
It sounds great. I'm glad we were able to get the whole band to come in. And do we want to play? Here's what we'll do. We'll tell everybody again that you're playing a bunch of dates upcoming. This Thursday, December 19th, you're playing the Saint, the Winter Solstice show at 7 o'clock. You guys will be on at 10:30?
Yep, around 10:30, 11 o'clock, somewhere in that area.
Okay, and then this Saturday, December 21st, it is a WAG marathon. From 12 to 3, they'll be at Red Bank's Holiday Harmonies in front of the Galleria on Bridge Street. And then they'll take a break unless they get booked for 5 o'clock somewhere. And then they'll be playing 7 o'clock. It is the annual WAG Christmas show and toy drive. So people should come and bring unwrapped toys
To Espresso Joe's.
To Espresso Joe's, 50 West Front Street in Keyport, beautiful Keyport.
They're actually collecting them ahead of time, too. So if you can't make it on Saturday, but you can make it tomorrow, you could drop off a toy then.
So anytime you can, stop by Espresso Joe's, get yourself an espresso. Okay. And
say hi to Ed.
Say hi to Ed. Who's Ed? He's
the owner.
He's the owner.
Why isn't it Espresso Ed's then?
Well, Joe, coffee.
Ah.
Seriously?
Although people call him Joe, though.
They do. But don't.
I get it. Okay.
His name is Ed.
Okay. So that's so anytime, Friday or Saturday, drop by a new unwrapped toy at Espresso Joe's, 50 West Front Street in Keyport. And then if you're coming on Saturday, stick around, 7 o'clock. Don Lee, Ariel Strauss, Jake Lee, Sherry Matthews, Joe Hughes, Stephen Fox, Thomas Johnston. All will be playing. Are they playing with you and alone? How does that work?
Don will be playing with us, and also Ariel and Jake will be playing with him when he does a solo set.
Oh, okay. So this is your annual show. How long have you been doing this at Espresso Joe's on Christmas?
Probably like five
Something
years.
like that.
Okay.
We've been doing an annual Christmas show probably for about 9 or 10 years now.
Okay.
But it's been at Espresso Joe's for the past like 5 or so.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
kind of your home base.
It
Right?
Yes,
is.
we really consider it home.
Okay,
Yep.
great. And then Monday, December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, at the Saint, the legendary Saint, the WAG Christmas show.
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you, just in terms of the band moving forward, are you looking to get a full-time drummer and guitarist, actively looking, or just sort of going about your business, and if it happens, it happens?
I think right now, if it happens, it happens.
Okay.
We found some really great friends that have been helping us continue to do what we do right now acoustically. So we're going to, see how that goes. And then I think when the time is right, we'll know it.
Yeah. Although we did play an electric gig sometime back in the summer, and our friend Don, who's playing guitar with us, his cousin Kenny actually played drums with us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And I have a piece of breaking news here. I just acquired a new Facebook friend.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if you recognize this guy.
Don!
Recognize that fellow?
Don
That's
Lee.
Don Lee.
Okay.
DonLeeSounds.com.
Don, you're listening.
Don is listening. Okay. So, Don, pleasure to make your acquaintance, or your Facebook acquaintance.
He's an awesome guy.
He's an awesome guy.
Yep.
So I will come to see you guys at some point. I have not, but now it's kind of a come down because I have my own private concert. I always feel like when I have a musician come in here, they always do their own little intimate concert for me,
Yeah.
and then going to a show is a come down because I've had you all to myself.
You can sit in the front row.
I can?
Yeah.
Yes.
You think if I come to a show, I can introduce you?
Sure.
Ooh, that would be swell.
Yeah.
This is blah, 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 of WRSU, and then
Yeah.
I can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
You can make stuff up too.
Okay, and I can come to the Christmas. I what makes you think I wouldn't? I
don't know.
What makes you think he hasn't?
Exactly. And it's a Christmas show, non-denominational. I can get in, right? Even though I'm Jewish.
Yes, you can get it.
Okay,
Yes.
not a problem. Unwrapped toy. We'll see. Maybe I can do this.
Cool.
Ooh.
Maybe I can do this.
And we also have one on January 4th at the Dragonfly, right?
Yeah, there's a new gig that you don't have a listing of it.
Yeah,
we just got it.
I forgot.
Okay. Nice job, Alicia.
Sorry. Look, I was tired, all right?
Another great place called the Dragonfly, and that's in Somerville.
Now, Somerville is in Somerset
Okay.
County.
If you say so.
You should know where you're going before you
I
head
don't
out.
drive. I mean, I drive, but I don't drive to gigs.
Okay, yeah, but you drive all the way to work. That's a lot.
Yeah, because it's pretty much a straight shot.
Okay. Brian, Somerville's in Somerset County.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son was born in Somerville. That's how I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
it's a nice little place.
They've got a little downtown there.
Yeah, that's where it is. It's the Dragonfly.
So have
run
you
by our
played
good
there
friend Peter
before?
Prasa. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you want to find out more about this outstanding band, go to thewagband.com, go to Facebook, go to iTunes, go to CD Baby, The Wag. That's all they have to do is search for
Yep.
that, and they can
Yep.
find out. They're playing a ton of shows upcoming. They're always playing, sometimes 2-3 shows a day, apparently. So you definitely want to check them out there. So what do we want to do? Here's what we want to do. I want to play, we have 15 minutes. I want to play at least one Moody Blues song.
Okay.
I know that is your driving inspiration, right?
Do you want to pick or do you want me to pick?
I want you to pick.
Oh. All right. I know we don't have a lot of time.
Are you able to perform another song? Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll play some Moody Blues, we'll come back, and then we'll do another song.
I should probably pick the shorter of the ones that I love, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
What? Will you stop poking me?
Okay. Take your time there. Now we have 14 minutes
All right, well,
left in
here,
the
just
show.
take it.
Okay.
First CD, track 12, question.
Oh, you've given me a 2 CD thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna
Are both CDs in there?
It's going to be very confusing. Okay. CD 1, track.
12. I know, it's so tiny, isn't it? That's what I did. I couldn't even
Okay.
see.
Where do you get to be my age? All of a sudden you have to do that? Okay.
I am your age.
I doubt it. Highly doubt it. So number, and this is the shorter of the two.
Yeah, I was
okay.
going to do Isn't Life Strange, but that was over 6 minutes.
So you kept this one under 6 at 5:43. Okay, question?
Question.
Okay, is this? I know you do some Moody Blues songs.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one of the ones you do?
No, but hopefully one day,
Okay,
maybe.
okay. At least,
Yeah.
at least you just kicked Brian under the table and said, "Let's get that going." All right, this is the Moody Blues. This is one of Alicia's. How long have you been into the Moody Blues? Because you're not old enough to have, been there originally.
I don't know. Do you remember that album Freedom Rock? Turn it up, man. Do you remember that? The two hippies and the thing. Yeah. That's when I got into them because their song The Story in Your Eyes, which we just added into our set list.
Okay.
That was on that compilation album, and I had no idea who they were at the time, but got the album and then totally got into them. And I always say I could see them every night for the rest of my life. It would never be enough.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Do you know the one of the songs I play them? I do an all British music show at another place, and so I play them a lot. And I'm a fan of. I'm just a singer in a rock and roll band. That's kind of a very sort of manic, intense kind of song. What else do I like? They're Tuesday afternoon. They do that.
We
too?
do that too. We do that one
too.
Yep.
Okay. So this is going to be question. We're going to have we're going to play some Moody Blues, and in 5 minutes and 43 seconds we'll be back, and the WAG is going to perform another song.
All right.
Okay. This is WRSU FM, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Scott Einhorn here with the WAG, Alicia and Brian. Go to thewagband.com to find out more about them. Now let's play some Moody Blues.
Why do we never get an answer when we're knocking at the door? With 1,000 million questions about hate and death and war. 'Cause when we stop and look around us, there is nothing that we need. In a world of persecution that is burning in its greed. it's hard to swallow. That's what the war of love is for. It's not the way that you say it when you do those things to me. It's more the way that you mean it when you tell me what will be. And when you stop and think about it, you won't believe it's true that all the love you've been giving has all been meant for you. I'm looking for someone to change my life. I'm looking for a miracle in my life. And if you could see what it's done to me, lose the love I knew, could safely lead me through. Between the silence of the mountains and the crashing of the sea, there lies a land I once lived in, and she's waiting there for me. But in the gray of the morning, my mind becomes confused between the dead and the sleeping, and the road that I must choose. I'm looking for someone to change my life. I'm looking for a miracle in my life. And if you could see what it's done to me, to lose the love I knew, could safely lead me to the land that I once knew. To learn as we grow old the secrets of our soul. It's not the way that you say it when you do those things to me. It's more the way you really mean it when you tell me what will be. Why do we never get an answer when we're knocking at the door? With 1,000 million questions about hate and death and war. But when we stop and look around us, there is nothing that we need. In a world of persecution that is burning in its greed.
So Alicia is just hog wild over Moody Blues. Brian, are you as big a fan?
Yes.
Oh, you liar. He likes them. He likes them, but I go absolutely nuts at the concerts, and he just kind of sits there and appreciates
How many
it.
times have you seen them?
I have no idea.
It's been that many?
Yeah, but it'll never be
Like
enough.
going back to how long? You're a fairly recent fan, though, right?
Yeah, we actually started seeing them not that many years ago, like maybe because we saw Ray Thomas right before he left the band twice. So that must be about 12 years now.
Wow.
And it was our drummer. It was his fault because he's the one who got me my first concert tickets to see the Moody's. I don't know why I'd never seen them before, but
See that?
he got it, and that was it. I'm addicted.
And it's a band before your time, so it's good that you have an appreciation for the older music, I will say. Old is not
awesome.
a good. Okay, so anyway, we're here with the WAG, Brian and Alicia, and they're going to do another song for us. The name of the song?
Sad, sad song.
Who sings?
He does.
And you've got the thing?
Got my tambourine thing.
Okay, Sad, Sad Song. And this is from the new album Continuum, which you can get in a bunch of places. We'll tell you in a second. But let's get on to the performance. Let's see. Let me make sure I do this right. I got you queued up there. Do you have a few seconds between the beginning of the song and... Yeah, you're good?
They can't hear you now.
Yep.
You ready? You ready?
Already.
Here we go. More live music. Live music. The whole band's here. They're going to sound great. This is the WAG.
I'm not sure what went wrong or why we grew apart. Maybe we should have known right from the very start, but I don't believe it.
Na 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 na.
Believe
Na na
it.
na 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 na.
Yeah, now we had our problems and we went our separate ways. But it's much harder than it was the other day, and I can't believe
Na
it.
na 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 na
No, I
na.
don't believe
Na
it.
na 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 na.
Yeah, now. All right. I've been trying so long to write the saddest of songs. And if I got to be wrong, yeah, I blame these feelings inside. You know I just cannot hide. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. I know we had our fights, I don't know what to say. But I don't pretend we might be better off this way. No, I don't believe it.
Na 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 na.
I don't believe
Na
it.
na 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 na.
Yeah, now they say that I'll be fine and time will heal all wounds. You can't imagine till you stepped inside my shoes. Now I don't believe it.
Na 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 na.
No, I don't believe
Na
it.
na 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 na.
Yeah, now. All right. I've been trying so long to write the saddest of songs. And if I got to be wrong, yeah, I blame these feelings inside. You know I just cannot hide. And I said, baby, would it be so bad? Would you be my sad, sad song if I asked you to? I said, baby, would it be so bad? Would you be my sad, sad song if I asked you to? Oh, yeah. I blame these feelings inside. You know that I cannot hide. I said, baby, would it be so bad? Would you be my sad, sad song if I asked you to? I said, baby, would it be so bad? Would you be my sad, sad song if I asked you to? If I ask, and I said, baby, would it be so bad? Would you be my sad, sad song if I asked you to? If I ask, and I said, baby, would it be so bad? Would you be my sad, sad song if I asked you to?
Wow. Let's hear it for the WAG. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You sounded great. That sounded great. I think we're going to have to do that. You might be the official engineer of the show for now moving forward.
Cool.
So this has been the WAG. 2 hours with the WAG. Too short, right? Too short?
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay, Tony's in the house. He's going on the air now. Tony, let me cue up something for you once I find it. This has been the WAG. So what'd you think, WAG? Have a good time?
Yes.
Had a great time.
You think you'll come back?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
we will.
Okay,
You
so
cannot keep us away.
I cannot keep you away.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Actually, I'm staying here tonight.
Yeah, oh, okay, excellent. I don't know where that program grant is. What do you think that program grant is, Sonny? I don't see it.
Might as well put something over.
I'll put some. How about a little 60-second PSA?
That's fine.
That works, okay? That's in CD1. So this is, so we're signing off. The WAG is here, Alicia and Brian. Thank you guys for coming in. Did a great job. You sounded
Thank you
great.
for having us.
Yeah, my pleasure, my pleasure. I hope you'll come back and spend even more time. Maybe we'll make this an annual Christmas thing, right?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Okay, that works. So go to thewagband.com to find out more about, everything about the WAG. They're on iTunes. They're on CD Baby. They're on Facebook. Alicia is constantly tied into social media. You can find out her gig schedule,
My latest foible.
her latest foible, what she drops on her foot, state of her hair, shampooing updates.
It's great.
It's all it's all there. It's all there. Really, as much as you could ever want to know about a band. But thank you guys. Seriously, I had a great time. I hope you had a good time.
We did.
We did.
And you'll come back, and they're going to do Jeff's show. So we're going to get the full band in here, and you'll do a whole thing. And then when you want to get a little more intimate, you'll come on this show, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, go to thewagband.com. Give yourselves a hand, guys. Come on.
Hand for you.
Come on. Give a hand to the new member of the WAG, me.
Yay!
That's right.
Can I have the boobies one more
Sure.
time? Okay, hold on. That's me and the boobies. It's been a long time.
Now that was TMI.
Thank you, guys.